I am Charmer, and I'm joined by Vansili as we get ready to kick off map number 2 here. This is Built by Gamers versus 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves fell to Built by Gamers and a score of 13-10 on the first map, which was Haven. They're going to look to even things up against Built by Gamers here on Bind.
That's right, and we will have Tork and company of BBG starting off on the defender side, while we will have 100 Thieves on the attacker side. So it was a little bit rough. You know, you make it close to the end, but no cigar for 100 Thieves. They're going to look to redeem themselves, as this should be 100 Thieves' map pick. So it should be a little bit better. Interesting enough to see a shorty on the attacker side. I guess they want to leverage playing with the smoke with that, but once again, you're going to see BBG going for a 4-man rotate and playing a retake on the A side. Big flank to start things off, Venerated to fall, and the rest now moving into A with a plant from Showers.
Yeah, that was a dash kill by Robwiz, closing the distance and getting the kill on Venerated there. And this is the Built by Gamers that we're used to, where they play very aggressively on the pistol round, pushing out, trying to catch flanks. We see Nicolas here with a kill from the spawn side of things, but what a satchel throw by Hiko, who has picked up Raze for this particular round, and this is going to be a good grenade as well. And just like that, Hiko has a 3K, and that is a victory on the side of the defense.
That's right. So basically what happened there, while they were getting the frags and the flanks coming through, everybody was so focused on that, 2-man flank that came across all the way from cave into the spawn side, that actually forced Hiko to turn around and actually throw some of the satchels to get those kills. But meanwhile, everybody moved forward on that rotation and got the easy defuse right after that. So it was uncontested, all thanks to Robwiz updrafting inside that A site, and also realizing that, you know, nobody was playing inside the site. Everybody was playing super passively towards that spawn. So great communication there for BBG to actually communicate and say, hey, look, focus on keeping them towards the spawn site. We'll get the defuse. This round, though, another quick plan to come in towards the A side. They push down towards you as well. I thought Payen was going to get picked off, but he manages to fall back on time. And the retake is going to be attempted now for BBG again.
BBG has been very good on these retakes, and we see Payen getting ready to push up into the U-Haul here. Does have that Bulldog, so kind of wants to use the range to their defense if possible, but Venerated lying in wait with this shorty. Wants to, well, he times the arrow a bit wrong and walks right into Foe. And Nicolas, who is coming around that corner, Robwiz gets a pick on yaBoiDre here. And now it's up to Hiko to defend this plant. Gets the jumping kill with the classic. But he's got to still beat 2 players while one is defusing.
Oh my god.
Does defend the defuse.
Hiko!
Absolutely insane. There's no reason that should have worked, but Hiko with the jump shots.
Dude,
I'm a bit speechless.
Insane. Hiko, you are freaking awesome. So, again, I've mentioned it before in the best out of 3, but if you're only joining us now, it's the first time you hear about it. But although Riot has, quote-unquote, nerfed the jumping accuracy of jumping classic bursts, Hiko still manages to continue to jump in the air, get the first kill, get some damage onto Robwiz, even reload, get a second kill because he damaged the first guy with the satchel charge on that diffuser, and then clutch that 3 versus 1. They make it an eco right now for Built by Gamers that's on basically a pistol, but they still manage to get the first kill now. Now Pride and Hiko, though, holding the crossfire towards the spawn. They're doing a lot of damage with this, though. This is still a great eco that's trying to eco back versus 100 Thieves. Meanwhile, everybody falls towards the A side on the attackers. The last 2 walk into an uncontested site, and it's going to be an easy fight. Now can Valliate and yaBoiDre win this 3 versus 2.
Yeah, this eco round started off great because Foe stepped forward, got that kill with the Sheriff, immediately picked up a gun, and now because of the exchanges, we see them, though they started with an eco round, all on rifles, and they're going to try to move in for this retake. It is 3v2, but the opposing squad, 100 Thieves, knows they're likely coming from the CT side here, and we can see the spray through the tin. yaBoiDre with the wallbang on Nicolas, and now it's going to be a 2v2 as they lurk around. Foe catches Valliate, and then immediately answered by yaBoiDre. So that's going to be another win for 100 Thieves on attack. Good trades back and forth there. I like what I saw from 100 Thieves. They knew where the opponents were going to be coming from, so they took up great post-plant angles. Again, that's something that we've kind of seen Built by Gamers struggle with when they're on attack, so executed very, very well here.
Definitely executed well. At the same time, defense doing their great job there for Built by Gamers, making it super expensive now for the attackers. Even though they will have rifles into this round here, they lose this one, they're going to be forced on Hiko. You saw it. There was basically 2,500 on one of the players, 1,400 on the other, and everybody else is like sub 600. So this is going to have to come up huge now with Robwiz trying to take control of the B side. He saw that other Savage Cage being thrown up towards the entrance of B, but he's in a great position if anybody's going to look back towards that area to get those picks. And once again, it's going to be another strategy here for Built by Gamers where they have 4 players basically holding it back towards the B side, solo A play. And this is good, actually. They threw the Allen drone through the teleporter, but unfortunately, you don't see anybody yet. Now we're going to have the in the shadows. Because of that, actually, they wanted to have that 4-man stack. So now they have Foe moving back towards the top heaven. The plant's coming through, and we're just trying to keep Payen alive so his teammates can rotate with him. And he does get the headshot onto Valliate as the orbital strike gets called down. Now we do have a Blade Storm coming through with Robwiz as well on the big flank. Now we do have as well a Paranoia coming in from the Omen, but it's not picking anybody off. Payen does get the kill on the Venerated. Robwiz still moving forward. One inside you. It's going to be yaBoiDre as Pride falls down. Now they do have an ult at the same time if they want to, but now they get the pick. Hiko is going to be in a situation when it's to clutch again. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3 kills, but finally Robwiz retaliates with a dagger in his face, and that could have been so nasty for Hiko again. But at least Built by Gamers gets the round, an expensive round. I think they're going to be on the low line the next though.
Yeah, the important thing for Built by Gamers is that Robwiz stayed alive with the operator. Payen is also going to still have that Phantom as well. So from the side of 100 Thieves, they have to kind of low buy into an operator on defense. I like what I saw from Built by Gamers there. This is exactly what we saw earlier when they were playing against Homeless, where they had just Cypher on A, 4 stacked on B. Looks like that's exactly what they're going to do here again. They've got confidence in Payen to just hold down A. He can fall back if they rush it, but we know right now it's going to be a play for C, at least for the time being. The smoke comes down to help defend against the operator play that they expect from Robwiz. And we see Valliate pushing forward with this Bucky. And I know that some players are a bit tired of seeing these shotguns, and they're a little tired of the aim punching that they experience with them, but we'll see if they can make it work for them as more utilities coming down. Foe is going to go with the Paranoia, but yaBoiDre gets a pick on Nicolas here. And Foe knows somebody is up here in the hookah.
Oh my
and
God.
Hiko with a nice explosive play. Tork does get a pick on Valliate though. Built by Gamers not giving this up yet. Payen patiently still on site A, waiting for the rotation. And I think 100 Thieves are going to go back again. So this is going to be a start on B, go to A, go back to B. But with less than 30 seconds, if this is what they're going to do, they're going to have to commit to a pretty fast push in order to clear the site and get into position. And even more so now that they're going to be going on B long. All eyes are likely going to be on Tork here, because if he can catch them as they come in, even if he just gets 1 kill to delay the plant and he gets one there, that's going to be enough to win the round regardless of the outcome.
It's definitely good enough. The round's over. So Built by Gamers did a great job there, knowing that they still had the orbital strike in their hands. They basically waited until there was, what, 10 seconds left on the clock for them to throw the orbital strike. And by throwing the orbital strike, you kind of throw it off for 100 Thieves, saying like, oh, well, probably the B side is open, so we're going to go for that res, and then we're going to try to get the plant as soon as the orbital strike is done. So they don't check the corners. Tork actually gets an easy kill onto the first one, including a second one, the spike carrier. And like I said, they wasted that res. They were on an eco, thankfully, for 100 Thieves, so they could go into a good round into this one. But they lost that res. That was a great play for Built by Gamers.
We have full buys all the way around this time, with the exception of Foe on Built by Gamers. Only had enough to buy these small shields. And for the most part, everybody's economy is in line with the exception of Valliate. Valliate has a lot of credits because he survived, despite losing the round, survived and kept his weapon this last time around. So that's a bit of an outlier in terms of the economy, but it would appear that 100 Thieves wants to play this slow, play for picks now, see if they can catch Built by Gamers out lurking. And it's really interesting to me because Built by Gamers actually had a couple of players just rotate back to A. Now they're going to be coming back to B here, but they took the bait on something that was going on over there. And all the action does appear to be poised to occur on B. They do have the option of taking the teleporter if they really want to take that route, but with 3 folks posturing up in hookah, not likely. This looks to be a full site B play.
Free fire coming through at least. Venerated with the first kill, but they won't check this. Now the dark cover is about to come out. They jump through. Will the trade be good enough? So far, so good, as Pride comes out towards the hookah as well. So they clear out towards Octagon, and that gives an easy plant now for 100 Thieves. Robwiz already on a rotation, despite going down for yaBoiDre. Robwiz moving towards the elbow. His teammate towards the entrance to spawn. That it is going to be Payen moving forward in that area as well. So Robwiz has to come up huge with the few kills that he has, or the few bullets that he has left in the chamber for the operator. That's 4 shots. Now he's the last man standing. That's going to seal the deal for 100 Thieves to be able to get this round. They're going to tie it up on a 3-3. But can Robwiz do some econ damage? Here's a lot of footsteps coming through. There's that first kill. Wide swing from yaBoiDre. Second kill for Robwiz. Now that clock's still ticking down. He might still even go for this. No, he's just going to go for some damage and then run back towards A, but you still have Venerated moving forward. He hears the footsteps. This is going to be a 3rd kill. Boom. So he sees that operator into that next round. Hiko dies from the spike. Okay. So it's 3-3. Expensive round for 100 Thieves. And Prius, if you don't mind hitting that tab so we can check the money, I'm sure it's low. Yeah, there you go. See? They lost a couple of guys. They have to force the buy for their teammates too to be able to go for a full gun round into here for 100 Thieves. So that was questionable in a post plant there for 100 Thieves. And this round, they're going to have to play off the op here for BBG, and they are going to play off it. They're going to use Robwiz and a couple of pistols to move close. They won it last time they did this. If they do it again, you're going to see an eco for 100 Thieves for sure.
And well scouted by the side of 100 Thieves. Pride with a triple kill as they come around the corner. They knew exactly what to expect. Hiko lying in wait here as well, catches Payen, and while it was Robwiz and then the team with pistols, now it's just Robwiz. So 100 Thieves punishing the predictability. We knew what to expect. 100 Thieves knew what to expect, and they made them pay. So if Robwiz can hold on, keep this operator, they'll likely have a full buy going into the next round. So that's the positive, but you've got a long time to survive if you want to keep this operator going into the next round.
Yeah, definitely. The Allen drone misses him. He's going to get spotted now, but he's still going to get this kill. I say he's still because I know Robwiz, he definitely doesn't miss those shots. So Valliate falls down, and it's a 3 versus 1. This could still be very good here for him. But there's that wide swing after that recon dart comes down towards that ground. Hiko is already flanking too. It was going to be impossible there for Robwiz at that point to save that weapon. So at least Venerated is going to pick that up. And it's going to be an operator moving into the next round here for the 100 Thieves, but also they have enough money for the defender side to have one as well. Maybe not enough for a double operator, which they kind of like to run for Built by Gamers as well. I think it's Tork, right? The other one? Yeah, Tork should be the other operator for the team, the secondary operator. But at that point, it's going to be Phantoms across the board for all the players except for Hiko, who prefers the Vandal.
Yeah, this is a tale of 2 very different games because on Haven, Robwiz was kept very much in check. Could not get his operator to play up and run, and this time around, he is popping off, and Nicolas with a good swing before Hiko gets the trade there. And we see the Hunter's Fury going out as well, but Hiko's trying to catch somebody lurking still on site B, and he's now waiting behind the box, and he almost gets the ambush, but Payen gets him with the wide swing, and so that's going to even things up. 3 versus 3. 100 Thieves is pushing onto site A here. Robwiz coming from the flank, catches him with the pick, but Venerated answers back with an operator shot of his own, and so now it's going to be 2v2.
Yeah, that was a camera tag that gave a chance there for Robwiz to get that kill. A res to come up as well. Venerated push for a few though. The kick comes out, but he misses the shot. You do have Payen coming in with the shock. Oh, sorry. It is going to be the Silva coming in with the shock darts. Payen, of course, onto that Cypher. As Tork gets picked off, it's a 3 versus 1, and attackers will win that one. It started off so well, though, for Built by Gamers on that retake, because they actually had the neural theft being thrown out. No one of the last 3 players are coming from the showers. A tag from the camera to give a chance for Robwiz to get the kill onto the one that was jumping towards you. But he didn't expect the second one to wide swing so fast, as he was trying to pull out his Blade Storm again to try to get some frags.
Yeah, there was a bit of an unfortunate series of events there at the end with Robwiz falling to the other operator player, so that meant they had a good post-plant defense, and then also Sage, still a difference maker, using the res, put the numbers in favor of 100 Thieves, and as a result, this is an eco round for Built by Gamers. They're all on pistols, and Valliate makes easy work of Robwiz there on the swing, and they're not playing aggressively because they got punished the last time. Pride absolutely decimated them. This time, Payen steps forward and answers with a kill on Hiko. So they're still going to try to make this work, but they've got their work cut out for them. 4v4, the spike has been planted, and it is this Phantom staring down some folks with pistols, and that's a nice headshot by Pride on Payen. And another great pick, and that's a 3K for Pride yet again. So it feels like whenever folks are all grouped up, Pride is going to make very, very short work of him. He's got fantastic spray control.
I like the fact that we were able to get a revenge onto Hiko when he was trying to throw a satchel charge in the face of his opponent, and he just ran across holding W and just spraying the classic as much as he could. Even if Hiko won that fight, there was still 3 guys flanking from behind. Of course, he did see at that point Built by Gamers on an eco, just looking to pinch as much as they could and try to do that econ damage and try to salvage some weapons, so maybe they could go for a retake if they could. But now that it didn't pay off and they finally have some money in their favor, they're going to go with a double operator setup. So once again, Robwiz and Tork opping inside hookah, and Robwiz looking back towards the A side. You do have an owl drone to try to clear out towards B, as they see nothing yet. Very passive play right now for Built by Gamers towards that back. You do have an orbital strike getting ready to get hauled out. That's probably towards that garden, especially with that recon arrow that comes out, but actually doesn't spot anybody yet. So there's no information gathered for 100 Thieves. They're going to have to run into this one blindly, which gives a chance for an orbital strike maybe to do some damage.
Yeah, and there goes the orbital strike. Does come down, gets a little bit of damage on the Cypher, but doesn't get any picks, and the Roomba getting in the face there of Payen, but yaBoiDre finishing it off. And now this is a great swing by Pride, who just answers foe, says you are not going to teleport anywhere. This is not looking great for Built by Gamers yet again. This is a 5v2. The plant is coming down, and given the economy situation, you have to suspect that this is going to be a full save. Both those players going to likely hide in the elbow of B and just wait this out, going through the motions at this point, because you're running out of time. This is round 9, about to be round 10, so this is going to be in favor of 100 Thieves. It'll be a 7-3 score, so with 2 rounds left and your economy in shambles, you want to save whatever you can.
No, definitely. And I think it was a nice play, a nice attempt for what they were doing for the communication for Built by Gamers. Because they had that orbital strike, an orbital strike being thrown towards that garden usually forces the opponents to go back towards that teleporter. Nicolas can actually save this one. Orbital start to come down. No, they won't. Unfortunately, they both die. So 7-3 here in favor of the attackers of 100 Thieves. But what I was trying to say is the orbital start to come down towards garden usually forces your opponent to go back towards the teleporter at A. And the great idea was that Payen was actually moving forward to try to get a better angle so he could catch him off the rotation. But as a boombot came out, kind of threw away as he was hiding behind the wall, forces him out, and as he peeked out, there was actually 4 players and a boombot ready to take him down. And it was just unfortunate there, as, you know, I think you have to play a further angle back, especially to try to run away if you can. Because if you actually did get a first kill, but you still get traded out, there's still nobody inside A. That would have given a chance for 100 Thieves to get the round no matter what.
Well, Built by Gamers has a tall order in front of them because they are on kind of a force buy here. It's SMGs. They got to compete with the arsenal that 100 Thieves has here, and you want this lead to not expand any further than it already is. You want to give yourself a chance when you flip sides here, and The plant has already went down. Nobody's even taken damage yet, so it's going to be up to Built by Gamers. Of course, I say that, and Valliate makes a liar out of me, picks off Robwiz. yaBoiDre gets a headshot on Payen, and as they swing around through these showers, Pride yet again punishing folks for funneling through an area. Hiko gets that pick on Nicolas, and now it's just Foe by himself. Don't think he's going to be able to do this 1v5, but he's going to go for it and falls to Valliate. So flawless round on the side of 100 Thieves.
Yeah, you definitely want to go for that one. It was an eco round coming through for Built by Gamers. You want to try to pick up a gun and run away if you could. I mean, getting a kill, running through the teleporter would have been a big play. Getting a kill or two before dying would have been another big play. Or just looking for exits as people are running away to do some econ damage would have been the third good play. But at that point, he tried to bring the battle face to face. Unfortunately, his sheriffs didn't connect as much as he wanted to, trying to get those one shots, but to no avail. So with that, though, it's going to be a last round in the half, full buy for both of these teams. Not a double operator setup, though. For the defenders, it's only going to be Robwiz to start things off. Smoke to come through. Robwiz connects with the shot onto Venerated and even dashes back into the site, where he actually spotted Pride at the same time, too. So he's going to call that as well, thinking it's some sort of a split. So you still have 3 players stacked up towards the area and 2 more only playing towards B. But the good thing is, when you're looking at the G map, everybody's also walking back towards A, where Robwiz just got another picker onto Pride. So things are looking slim right now for 100 Thieves to win this round. At least they have a res. This is why they want to fall back. They put the wall up. They're going to res back Venerated. They're going to bring it to into their favor. But Foe actually pushed down, gets 2 kills. And once again, Venerated somehow, with only a classic after being res, manages to get the kill onto Foe. But that leaves it on a 4 versus 2. So that res didn't pay off. But at least they have a showstopper and a Hunter's Fury. Hunter's Fury being thrown, but it's not going to connect to anyone. But they have the showstopper still, and they have Hiko, the clutch master, still alive.
Yeah, Hiko is not just alive, but has all of his abilities still. So showstopper, the grenade, the Roomba, as I like to call it, and both satchels. Yes, they've got a numbers disadvantage here. It's 4v2, and they've got to push onto Site B, where we know 3 players are waiting for them, but they've got the utility to make this work. If the showstopper can connect, and we see him going for it now, does get a kill before falling to Tork, and Payen's going to end that push. So it's going to be 8-4 at the half in favor of 100 Thieves. Built by Gamers has to go on offense and make things work. I think that they're a better team offensively, so we'll see how this plays out.
So a good round finally needed here. 8-4 is actually not so bad as a half. It's pretty decent. It's just going to be now Tork and company. What can he do now on this pistol? Can he try to actually overcome Hiko, who's going to play towards you with the satchels, with everything that he is, basically, as a player, as a Raze main, rather, into this matchup, how deadly he could be. But at this point now, it's looking to be focused towards the area, and you can see it's going to be a double push from the defenders towards the showers, maybe to try to take orb control at the beginning. The good thing, at least, though, is with this patch, it now takes 7 points, orbital points, to be able to get ultimate points, to be able to get a showstopper. So they have to try to control this a lot more here. For the defense, a trade to come across, not even needed, as Valliate gets 2 kills quite easily there.
Valliate gets those 2 kills, and Hiko catches another one before falling to Tork. Foe catches Venerated, and suddenly we have yaBoiDre, who, with that pick, makes this a 2v1. And with the ping there, trying to signal maybe where a gun might have fallen, also trying to pick up that spike, but Foe's on the right side. If he can move in and plant, does not necessarily know that both players are on the other direction, but if he can move in and plant, he has a shot. He's just got to pick a good spot to defend, and instead is going to decide to book it to B.
Which is
if you're going to plant, yeah, I was going to say, if you're going to plant on Site B, where do you want to plant so you can defend this? If you know that you've got a 2v1, what do you think the play is here? You plant for this side, expecting them to come through hookah?
I think at this point, when you saw nobody towards the spawn side, you know they're going to be playing towards the short side. So yeah, even with the teleport coming through. But then again, you want to plan it for a good spot, and he's running all the way across. So he's really trying to play it into a fake, pretty much. And it's going to be a paranoia. He gets the first kill, but not enough. He cannot land on the second one onto yaBoiDre. As soon as the paranoia dissipates, yaBoiDre capitalizes on the kill. The play was perfect. but unfortunately it was just under stress that Foe could not win that one. But I think his play was perfect the way it was, because you plant there, you kind of say, okay, he's planting it for spawn side, so he's gonna play for wide swings, right, on that 2 versus 1. But instead he goes all the way around towards J, so he could actually try to go for a backstab instead. So I think the play was perfect. It was just unfortunate at that point.
Yeah, it was very well executed. He was 1, maybe 2 shots away from completely securing that round, and instead now they have to play into not 1 but 2 judges here. This is going to be a bit of a struggle for them, I think, because they are positioning like they want to push into A. Robwiz actually pumps through with the shorty. That dash is a kill on Valliate, and now Hiko catches Robwiz with the Roomba, as I like to call it. Nicolas does get a kill on Hiko there as well, so trades back right away. Spike is down, and now it's up to Built by Gamers to hold position here, dodging the shark dart. yaBoiDre inching forward here with this judge. Likely going to be going through U-Haul here. Got to go through the smoke, so a bit of a challenge. Decides to blind fire and then reposition. Now, this is the benefit of Sage. You can put up the wall. He baits them to step forward. He catches them with the judge.
Huge. Great paranoia to come through this time for Foe that actually takes down, or actually blinds him on that 2 versus 1. The bait was perfect, like you said. The bait wall, they're like, oh my god, they're going to defuse as the wall comes up. So he catches one off guard on a rotation, but on a pulse plant, I think there was even another classic jump shot that was a kill that manifested towards the back of the EPC. Trying to show a little bit of Hiko flair, and from that paranoia, double peek right after. Perfect play, actually, for the attackers of Built by Gamers that were on such a low buy.
Yeah, I mean, that was a forced eco round for them, so that's very, very well done.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely at that point. So that makes it 9-5. That's going to put now Hiko and company of 100 Thieves on an eco into this round. And he just continues with the jumping shots. He does manage to take Robwiz, I think, down to... Oh, no, sorry. It was just another player, but it was just a love tap. Robwiz does get a kill, but he's down to 50 feet inside the U, but he falls back as Foe moves forward and he gets picked off. So Robwiz is going to try to play kind of like the bait. The Owl Drone's going to come out, and 3 players just behind him. He gets tagged on top of that too. It's planted at Tetris. So Robwiz just holding his cover for his teammates to actually just get the kills instead. Should technically be right now an easy round for Built by Gamers. A 4-on-2, a res available, but definitely not going to be used into this round as they have nothing to work with for the defender side. So you are going to see a 9-6 score line. Still in favor here of 100 Thieves.
Yeah, I love these post-plant positions by Built by Gamers, which is something that I've been dying to say all day today. They're holding the angles. They've got them kind of jam-packed here into U-Haul. And this is actually really well done because you might even have the bomb take somebody out. They're going to be a bit scared to run out here. The Sage does actually make it to the teleporter, but there was a brief moment where, because of the pressure they were exerting on that position, there was an argument to be made about whether or not they would be able to get out. And we see Venerated picking up an operator on the defensive side here now. So we'll see if this changes things for 100 Thieves as they try to slow down the attack of Built by Gamers. I said it at the start. I think Built by Gamers just feels more comfortable on offense when they can play aggressively. So I fully expected them to perform at least better than they were doing on defense here. And so far, that seems to be the case. They're up 2-1 since switching at the half. They got a long way to go, still down by 3. And it looks like the play is potentially Site A. They're posturing. Smokes are going to be coming down here as well just to block some vision. Hiko sends out the canister and then blind sprays and catches Robwiz. That's a very big pick through the smoke.
Yeah, you hate to see it. At that point now, that makes it a one-man advantage in favor of 100 Thieves. And now they have to rotate and cheat one player across from the showers back into the A side, even forcing the the shrouded step back from the Omen of Foe so they could all back up together. And actually, they're all grouping up to work back towards the shower side. This is quite interesting because moving out of there, you don't really have a Sage player to put up a Sage wall to actually go for any type of plants. And even on that, you still have a Brimstone. So they could smoke out towards the heaven, they could smoke out towards sight, but they have to make sure that they clear out towards that right side of the closet where Valliate is playing.
Yeah, this is going to be really interesting. Instead, they just go with the swing, and Payen and Nicolas both catch kills as a result. Very interesting to not use any utility there and just swing out the door, but they catch them a bit off guard there, and very well done. And now suddenly it's a 4v3 scenario. They've got the spike planted. That was not the exchange that I was expecting, with 100 Thieves kind of camping that shower opening. So now the tides have turned. We see Tork here now watching that same door and falls victim to the same swing. Pride swings out and catches 2 players as well. So it seems to be an attacker's advantage when you come out of the showers. Payen catches Venerated, but Dre gets a clutch res on Hiko, and Pride finishes this off. This will be a defuse.
And I'm kind of confused at this point because one of the players on a post plan situation seems as though he got paranoia. So I don't know if Foe threw one that actually blinded his teammate too, that gave a chance there for that res to come across from your boy Dre. That Hiko comes up, they get the kill onto the one that was paranoid at the U, and then just win that one. So Pride, great job on the wide swings, giving Built by Gamers a taste of their own medicine at that point. It's the exact same swings from both of the players with the exact same kills on both of the players too. I mean, post-plan situations, once again, is the name of the game at that point, where it unfortunately failed, but now as it's droned out, we have a 100 Sphere to come out at the same time too, just to try to make sure that they could take him down, but no, because the heal gets popped up at the same, no, actually the save is all the way across, so it only got tagged once out of that, so I thought he was going to get that kill, but Hiko, nonetheless, gets the kill onto Nicolas. 100 Sphere to come back from Venerated. It does connect onto one towards that closet, and that is going to be Payen. Now Hiko, another kill. Orbital strike to come down. That's going to kill him, courtesy of Pride. And Hiko, you're just going to keep calling his name throughout this whole half. Finally, he gets stopped by Foe, and that's it. The fuse will come through. 400 Thieves to make it now 11-6, and the action was kind of chaotic because it came from all different angles. I'm pretty sure Prius was like, what the hell is going on at that point? But it was just a bunch of ultimates that was put into favor, and mixed that with the Vandal of Hiko gave the even round for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, it was a very well executed orbital strike. Once the plant went down, they knew exactly where they were located. It forced them into a bad position, so they kind of had no choice but to die to it. And as you said, Hiko just putting up numbers, knocking people down, executing them one by one with the Vandal, head tap after head tap. So if you're Built by Gamers, you've got to change something up. You can see here from the buy, Robwiz with just a stinger. Yes, you're on a jet though, so you can dash, maybe close that distance. And once somebody falls, you can pick a gun up off the ground, but you've got to get some momentum working in your favor. That gap that's supposed to be closing is instead widening. It's now 11-6, and we see this is probably why Robwiz decided to go with just the stinger as well, because with the ultimate up, that's the beauty of Jet. You can kind of use her ultimate to give yourself an eco round substitute for a rifle, and the posturing here is for Site B. Nobody's peeked this garden area quite yet. Now we see Robwiz does take the turn. The cage goes up. Locations revealed. No damage quite yet, and Robwiz catches Valliate, and then Pride as well to make that 3, taking down your boy Dre. And so this is going to be a plant for the side of Built by Gamers with a 4v2 numbers advantage as they try to get a much needed round win here.
All you gotta say is thank you, Robwiz, for that one, and that's gonna put probably the last 2 players on a safe situation. Hiko's watching that flank first. If they try to be a little bit too impatient and they want to try to get kills early for Built by Gamers, then 100 Thieves could capitalize on that, but it seems as though it's not going to be. So you're safe to say now the last 2 players will save their weapons. We're pushing forward. Off shot missed though by Venerated, but as they hunt him down, Hiko's still there and close. So the pre-fire shots come first. Hiko around the corner. Oh, but Foe still wins that fight. So Venerated's not going to be last man standing. He does get the shock dart into the spawn, so he's going to try to fall back inside A. Spike is going to go off. Venerated, he will save his operator at this point. Now a nice round at least there. All you got to say in terms of Built by Gamers, I don't know if I had a chance to finish my sentence, but of course it is. Thank you, Robwiz. just going through, getting a left click, right click on those 3 kills to open up under window and also towards Hookah and give a chance here for Built by Gamers to get that last round.
I have to say, I am absolutely impressed with Foe, who knew he was walking out into a 1v2 against an operator and Hiko on the Vandal, and still managed to get a kill out of it. Absolute madman. Foe deciding to step out and really put the pressure on him. So here now we see Built by Gamers pushing into A through the A short area.
Sorry, I was going to say that's another team paranoia that came out there from Foe onto Jet onto Robwiz, but that's the 3rd time in the 3 maps that we've casted so far of Built by Gamers.
Yeah, Foe doesn't like the enemy team very much, taking down Hiko here, but apparently does not like his own team as well, constantly denying their vision. But he does get a kill on Venerated. Robwiz picks off Pride, and this is likely going to be another successful round for Built by Gamers with just Valliate left alive, not anywhere near Site A. You have to assume this will be a save round here as well. Just going to sit with this judge, hold an angle, wait this out, but this means it will be 8-11, Built by Gamers closing that gap, showing that they prefer to be aggressive, they like being on offense, and I really like what I've seen from them when they're on attack. It's just their defense that they seem to struggle with, and it's been the same regardless of their map.
Sorry, you're saying for Built by Gamers?
Yes, for Built by Gamers. So now that they've switched to offense, they're performing much better. They're winning these rounds on attack. It's just their defense where they seem to struggle.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to say that we saw some great retake plays from Built by Gamers, at least on defense on Haven on that last map versus 100 Thieves. It wasn't that great versus Homeless, actually not good at all, so I do agree with you on that. But it seems as though it's been brushed up a bit, at least for Haven, once we saw them play again on that map. On this one here, I would agree with you as well. I mean, it all depends. We always try to figure out if Payen is going to be like an attacker or defender-sided map. But I do agree with Simo that likes to say, too, that this map is really in terms of what agent composition you play and how you feel playing a map like this, because it could go either side. And so far, both of these two teams are showing great display of great attacker side. And look at these lurks. See, you see those lurks coming through, and then now it's a 5 stack of showers. I don't think they ever expected that. What a round here coming in from 100 Thieves. yaBoiDre getting 2 kills. Now only leaving Payen by himself. They even managed to salvage 3 weapons or 2 weapons maybe on top of that. No, it's too far away for them to pick it up. So Payen actually goes for a spray through the smoke. He eats a satchel charge in the face. He goes low on HP. He could go for jump. Okay, I thought he was going to go for jump classic, but as he comes to the teleporter, Valliate does have the judge of his own, waiting at the bottom of the ramp, gets that kill, and it's map point now for 100 Thieves.
I'm very happy that you mentioned the agent composition, because we keep highlighting that Built by Gamers doesn't have a Sage, but what they do have with this composition is a seemingly endless amount of smokes. You've got Brimstone, you've got Jet, you've got Omen. So I like that they've been able to push into either site by simply utilizing the utility and saying, we don't need a Sage wall, we'll just make it so you can't see us. They've executed it very well on a few times. Looks like this is going to be a bit more of a default display here as they kind of spread out, play for picks, get some information before deciding where to go. That's why we see the spike on the ground here in the middle. But overall, by going so smoke heavy, I've really enjoyed what Built by Gamers has been able to do as they push onto these sites.
No, definitely. And now it's going to be a full gun round for both of these teams. You do have the offense kind of spread off across, pretty default with the exception of not getting any hookah control, which is fine. We see a lot of players move, a lot of teams rather, trying to take control early of B side towards long. And it's going to be looking to throw probably a dark cover, maybe as a fake, a paranoia as well. So this is going to be good, because now you have 3 guys focusing on towards his B side. If they could get a kill on top of that, it would be great. But unfortunately, they don't. So Venerated makes it a little bit easier for the defense to get held. Teleporter is going to open up. They put the smokes down. And now the neural theft. This is going to be huge. This is going to be easy here for Hiko and the homies to actually move forward. So the Hunter's Fury comes back from the spawn side. Does not connect. Pride watches the flanker and does get the kill onto Foe. And now they're just going to have to wait for the other ones to rotate across. big recon arrow actually spraying through. Robwiz gets picked off. Last two guys will have to go through the teleporter and go into B. As they're spamming from the teleporter from 100 Ds through the doors, there's only 13 seconds left on the clock. They break the other trap wire. They're planning in the back. Nicolas has to come up huge, but no, loses the fight, and that's it. Pride gets that last kill. It is going to be 13-8 on that second map. So what does it mean here, Charmer? We're going to a third and final map.
We are going to go to map 3, and Pride has just been absolutely phenomenal at catching people on a weird angle. Like, they step out, and whether it's one person or it's 2 or 3, it doesn't seem to matter. Pride is hitting the headshots and absolutely punishing people for not checking their angles or not checking their corners. So well done by Pride, well done by 100 Thieves. And as you said, we're going to be going on to map 3. You can see Pride there on the top of the combat score and KDA leaderboard. Just